When you look at the stunning ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, painted by Michelangelo, or the captivating wall murals by Raphael in the Vatican, you might have noticed that these wonders nested in the heart of the Vatican are more than just masterpieces. They are whispers of an ancient world. They not only tell stories or hidden mysteries from the past, but are also artistically inspired by great artists who existed before the shadows of the Dark Ages. It was the Greeks who sculpted the essence of beauty and harmony and mastered the art of perfect proportions. Let's journey back to the master sculptor, the visionary, the legend, Phidias. It was his genius that kindled the flame of perfection, illuminating the path from antiquity to the Renaissance and beyond. Ancient Greece was a world where art and philosophy intertwined, a golden age in Athens that valued beauty, symmetry, and the divine proportion in art. Phidias stood at the heart of this world, a sculptor whose talents would define an era. Born around 480 BCE, his life was a canvas of creativity during Athens' golden age. But what made Phidias so special? Phidias had a style that brought gods and heroes down to earth, making them seem almost alive. His works, like the towering statue of Athena Parthenos in the Parthenon and the majestic Zeus at Olympia, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, were marvels of gold, ivory, and bronze. These weren't just statues, they were glimpses into the divine, standing as symbols of perfection and harmony. Despite his fame, unfortunately, none of Phidias' original works survive today. What we know comes from ancient texts and later Roman copies and replicas. Centuries later, artists and sculptors still looked to Phidias for inspiration. His genius was so impactful that his influence seeped into the very foundations of Western art, setting a standard that Renaissance artists would strive to emulate. Michelangelo and Raphael, the luminaries of the Renaissance, owed a nod to the classical forms idealized by Phidias. From the marbles of the Parthenon to the Sistine Chapel's ceiling, his legacy is a thread that weaves through the tapestry of art history. But every great story has its controversies, and Phidias' tale is no exception. Accusations of impropriety with the gold allocated for the Athena statue and charges of impiety shadowed his later years, though many believe that these charges were politically motivated. And yet, through trials and tribulations, his philosophy of art, seeking beauty, truth, and goodness in form, remained unshaken. But who taught Phidias? Who inspired him? The answers are lost to time, but we know that he was a product of his environment, deeply influenced by the philosophical currents of his time. He lived in a period where thinkers were redefining concepts of beauty and reality. During a time when the seeds of philosophical thought were flourishing, the cultural and intellectual groundwork laid by pre-Socratic philosophers was a rich soil from which Phidias' art could grow. This era's collective pursuit of beauty, truth, and the ideal form is encapsulated in Phidias' work, which sought to manifest divine perfection in physical form. So, as we stand beneath the shadow of the Parthenon, let's remember Phidias. His work teaches us that art is not just about creating beauty. It's about inspiring generations, challenging our perceptions, and reaching for the divine. It's fascinating how the echoes of Phidias' chisel can still be heard, shaping our understanding of beauty and art. Who knows, maybe somewhere in the corners of the world, a piece of his original work waits to be discovered, holding stories of a past that continues to sculpt our present.